Okay, so let's actually quickly talk about the update. The update, terrible. This was the worst release for any game that I've seen in a while, since like Anime Clash in like early 2024. So yeah, no, this was honestly terrible. Majority of the game doesn't function, and it's actually quite embarrassing. They've been working on this update for 8 months. On top of that, throughout the course of the 8 months, well, at least over the past month, and even leading up to the update over the past couple of days and weeks, the developers have really been trolling. For how much they've been talking and trolling inside of the announcements over the past couple of weeks. Excuse me, I'm not editing this. You would have thought that this update was going to be spotless, was going to be ready. Even the update log, how in-depth it was, you would have thought everything would have been smooth, there would have been nothing wrong, etc. Now, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people can expect bugs with games releases, updates, and things of that nature, but the whole game doesn't function. If you're one of those people that are progressing in hell right now, as you've probably found out by now, some people are saying that you're kind of stuck in hell. You're kind of soft locked in hell if you go to hell. I don't know if this means they can't escape hell as of right now, or there's some sort of bug that doesn't really allow them to prog properly, but you're soft locked in hell if you go there on any of your slots, apparently. So that's great. That's honestly so great. Congratulations to the dev team. Again, they spent multiple hours play testing the game on the day it was meant to release. You're meant to play test, you're meant to bug test days, if not at least a week before the game's ready to go. You should not be, the week leading up to the release, you should not be working and adding content to the game. You're meant to be testing bugs, you're meant to be making sure everything's functional, you're meant to make sure gameplay is smooth. So to have a 10+ hour play test the day of the release is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't lie to you, I don't know why Roblox developers do stuff like that. You're not meant to be testing your game on the day it's released. The game should be ready on the day of release. And if things happen like when you transition over files, whatever, once you launch the game, if there's bugs or anything, errors occur, you fix that on launch. But to be playtesting, to say things aren't working on the day of the release, what happened yesterday? Why were these things not broken yesterday, the day before that, etc. So that's honestly terrible. Now, if you are a Fullbringer, you legitimately cannot progress after you've gotten your let's just call it Shikai equivalent, right? And the reason for this is because there's no raids, no servers are hosting raids are disabled or something along those lines, and PvP, ranked, whatever you want to call it, arena, you can't queue up for anything, so you can't do stage 1 of your progression. So we are soft locked to just having our Shikais. And then I have seen some Bankai showcases, but obviously those are people that have like mod panel and have been set things by mods or devs or whatever the high spec admins are. So that's completely different. The people doing showcases are getting given those things. But for the most part, you can't actually do anything. You can't actually play the game. If you're not on a Fullbringer slot and you're on another slot, you can't really prog in hell. And if you are on a Fullbringer slot, you can't really prog your Fullbringer after the Shikai stages. So the game is in an absolute mess, and that's not even the start of it. So obviously we're not actually able to prog, but also I do want to clear this up. Cetro did say months ago that weeks ago, I'm pretty sure it was weeks ago when we covered Type Soul. Anyways, Cetro did say things inside of the storage is going to be set to 1. Now, if you're not inside the Type Soul Discord server, you probably didn't see this. So what that actually meant was, if you had anything inside storage, let's say you had 400 Shikai rerolls and they were inside of your storage, that ultimately means once you logged in the game, went to your storage, you would see it as 1. You would have lost 454. Let's say you had 455. You would have lost 454 Shikai rerolls. And that's the same for everything. Now, why Cetro Booming thought this was a good idea? Bro, I don't know why Cetro Booming thinks anything he does is a good idea in terms of balancing and game design. But he thought it was a good idea. And he went through with it. Was there probably a reason why to all of this? Most likely, right? I would assume trying to give Cetro Booming the benefit of the doubt, which he probably doesn't deserve. I would assume the reason why they set everything to 1 is because there was some sort of data leak or data issue with people in the bank, right? With keeping everybody's items in the bank. All I can assume is that it's data related, and the only way to actually fix this data related issue was to set everybody 1. That's the only thing in my head that makes sense as to why essentially voiding everybody's hard work is gone. You have multiple true Hagokus. If you had multiple anything, honestly, multiple anything is all gone. Now, where the voiding things started to occur, the voiding thing, oh my gosh, why are they following me? Let me kill them real quick. I'm not editing this, so y'all gonna see the whole thing. Hopefully this guy can kill him for me. Thank you. So where the oh my gosh. Yeah, kill someone else, bro. Now, where the voiding issue actually occurred was if you were playing the game on launch, if you were putting things inside of your storage, there was a chance that it would get voided. And honestly, that is pretty tragic. So I don't know, maybe if you have a clip of that, they're doing restores, but honestly, it's hard to tell. And another bad thing is also that even though they voided thousands, tens of thousands worth of Shikai rerolls and Hagoku fragments and true hogs and whatever else you had stacked up on your account, the codes didn't actually give us anything. Speaking of codes, there actually are some new codes. Let's actually see what they are real quick. This honestly is a rant video because I can't actually play the game today. So hopefully, and all the developers are sleeping, and I can't even do anything in this server. That's great. I can't even go back to main menu. That's also great. That's actually just it's just server hop the only way I know how. But yeah, all the developers are sleeping, so things aren't actually going to be fixed for a while. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough. It's tough. I think the developers are starting to wake up as this video is coming out, but it's tough. The game doesn't actually function right now. I'm not too sure whose idea it was to not have things like tested and functional and all of that, but you know, welcome to Type Soul. Oh, that gave us some locked joints, and this also gave us some more locked joints. All right, I'm gonna go back to KT. Oh, okay. As you can see, the game is definitely still performing weirdly. Definitely still performing weirdly. Whilst we're here, you may as well spin my thingy with me, right? Because I'm not editing this. But yeah, there's honestly been a whole bunch of issues happening on release. The game doesn't work. Apparently, if you get wiped in Purgatory, oh my gosh. If you get wiped in Purgatory, you have to fight your clone, and the clone is dealing so much damage and you're not dealing any damage to it. I don't know how true that is, but I have seen some clips of people fighting the clone inside of Purgatory, and they're dealing little to no damage whilst the clone is dealing a bunch of damage. Now that honestly doesn't surprise me. For some reason, this server, why is this salty guy in this broken server? What a degenerate. Actually, he keeps putting me in the server because he's inside of it. I don't want to roll inside of a broken server. Let's roll somewhere else. Okay, from the looks of it, no KT server works. This is the third KT server I've been to, and nothing's working. So I'm just gonna go to Fake Katakura and pray it doesn't void my spins. This is all the Fake Katakuras I've been to. They're kind of buggy, so I don't. This whole game's pretty buggy right now. So honestly, do everything at your own risk, and I'm gonna do this at my own risk and see what happens. Might be the most pointless video I've ever made in my life. But TypeSoul's not functioning. Whoa, what a laggy server. TypeSoul's not functioning, and we have nothing better to do right now until the devs actually decide. What were they doing for 8 months? Oh, look at this one. Nice. What were they doing for 8 months? I genuinely want to know. Cetro, is it possible you can answer the question, please? What have you been doing the past 8 months? Doesn't feel like it's anything special, man. Weapon reroll, element reroll. I thought element reroll doesn't work. Why didn't they give Shikai reroll codes? Yep, doesn't work. Let's see, did it void it? It voided it. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie, what the flip are these guys doing, bro? I'm gonna go Katakura Town and we're gonna see what's up, man. No, what are these guys doing? Cetro's typing inside of announcements as we speak. Does he know his game doesn't work? Is he aware the game isn't even functioning? Bro's talking about true forms. People are soft locked. People are legitimately soft locked. This guy's in there talking about some true forms. Man, if you don't shut that shit up and fix the game, bro. Okay, Katakura Town works. And I got Zangetsu. I don't even know what's good, bro. Show. Chess and book at the end are 1%. Zangetsu's a legendary. From what I've seen, chess looks pretty decent. Book of the End didn't really look that interesting. Honestly, I guess I'll keep Zangetsu for now. I don't really care at the moment. Not like the game works. This laggy ass server. This is a Germany server too. I'm lagging this off. Crit. Z move. Apparently that gives some sort of hyper armor too. Looks like this move isn't working. Maybe do I need to have a target in front of it? Maybe the server's just lagging too hard. Let's see. No, the move's just not working. That's nice to know. Okay, they fixed the cooldowns on that. The game's not functioning though. Game is not functioning. Oof. I need a blue pill so bad. That's pretty depressing. I'll be real. M1s for this are super slow, which actually doesn't make that much sense. I'll be honest with you. Why the M1 so slow? But yeah, honestly, that's it. I apologize for making this video a whole bunch of nothing. Hold on, let's do a clan reroll joint. They give clan rerolls? They did. Only 20 of them. Terrible compensation, but it is what it is. Let's just see what we get. We got a comment here. We all love to see a little bit of gambling, right? We love to see a little bit of gambling. We got a legendary. I think I'm gonna hold. This isn't the legendary I want, but I think we're gonna hold out until
until there's more clan reroll. I'm not spending any. I was gonna spend money on this game yesterday. Honestly, I'm super thankful the dev shop didn't work yesterday. For a game that actually doesn't function properly, is not working, they don't actually deserve free Robux. Honestly, 8 months for the game to be nothing. Let's waste more time together because I love you guys and I miss you guys. And let's actually check what my clan does. I'm pretty sure it's the MIDI one though. So legendary, Naya mode duration, posture 15 HP. The passive, each time you deal a certain amount of damage to someone, you make them forget a random toolbar move. It's literally terrible. Alright, that's it from me. The game doesn't actually work, which is honestly quite funny. Central booming in the dev team.